I don't know why it still says loading. It should show the list of shared disks here. Let me close this window and open the window again. Maybe I'll go to node 2 and refresh the list of shared disks. Okay, here I'm able to see that. Don't know why okay, this is the failover cluster setup. This is how you do that. This is active passive cluster setup. Okay, on one node the services will be up and running, on the other node it will be down. The moment if it fails over to the other node, then the services on the other node will start processing. Okay, as you can see, for example, the SQL server, it is being processed by node 2. If you open the SQL server configuration manager, on the node 2, right now node 2 is processing. That is why you see that all the services are up and running on this machine. If you go to node 1, the services are down. But if I fail over, for example, now what I'll do, I will manually fail over this resource group from node 2 to node 1. Okay, go ahead and fail over. It will fail over. If you observe the services here, right now the services are not started. Refresh again, refresh. See here, the state is change pending. So the cluster is going to start the services on node 1 now. Okay, now the database services is on running, and agent will start after the database services, because agent depends on database services. Browser is not cluster aware, so it will be running, depends on how the startup mode is. Okay, now node 1 is processing. So this is how you fail over. Okay, let us see if we need to cover anything in this failover clustering. Preferred owners. If we say preferred owner is node 1, and let us say if the clustered resource group, it is being served by node 1, node 1 is processing the cluster, then if the preferred owner is up and running, then services will fail back to the preferred owner. Okay, so then automatically it will fail back to the preferred owner. So you don't want to do that. Okay, and these are some of the settings how you want to fail over. And you can change the network name. Okay, even you can edit the IP address. So this is good. And here are the dependencies. The network name depends on the IP address. And policies are like how the restart how many times restart is going to happen, if it fails over, what are things that needs to be taken care of, things like that. On possible owners, as we keep adding the nodes, you will see the possible owners here. Okay, and this is e-salive check, and this is another another check. I think there are two functions, e-salive and there is one more. So basically these are the this is heartbeat. So every now and then it goes and verifies if the other node is active. So it uses the default settings. I think for every 15 seconds or 30 seconds it just pings the other server, and this is thorough analysis. This is just the basic ping. So this is pretty much it. Okay, let us see what we covered so far. We installed Windows Server 2008 and we installed SQL Server failover clustering, active passive. Now we are going to install SQL Server 2008 Service Pack 1 on both the nodes. For that, what we will do first, we will install Service Pack 1 on the passive node. Okay. After we install, we will fail over the SQL Server resource group from the active to passive and install the Service Pack 1 on the new passive server. Okay. That way we can that way we can cover both the nodes. We cannot install Service Pack 1 if it is running. The services are running, so we have to install Service Pack on the passive nodes first. Okay, if both the nodes are active, then we need to manually fail over on one of the node, so that both services, both the instances will be processed by one node until we complete the Service Pack installation, and after that we can manually fail over both the cluster onto the passive node and install the Service Pack 1 on the new passive node. Okay, we will see that how to do that Service Pack 1 in the next step.